Hi, I'm Joseph Youssef, founder and chef patron of Kitchen Theory, a food design studio based in North London. Since 2018, my team and I have been working with Dr. Kirill Veselkov, a computer scientist at Imperial College London, on what we call the HYPERFOODS project. Now, the research behind HYPERFOODS uses artificial intelligence, machine learning, and natural language processing to identify disease-beating molecules in everyday foods, like cabbages, oranges, dill, cranberries, tea, and many, many others. Earlier this year, our team published the first HYPERFOODS cookbook, a collection of recipes designed to highlight the ingredients identified by the research to have a high number of cancer-beating molecules. And for this session, I'm super excited to be sharing with you our recipe for a spiced cranberry and bourbon cocktail. This is the perfect season for these flavors and ingredients and will make for a great Christmas cocktail choice. Now, this recipe is really straightforward and consists of three main ingredients: cranberry juice, bourbon, and a spiced syrup that we're going to make. So to make our spiced syrup, we're going to need coriander seeds, black tea, pink peppercorn, cinnamon, fennel seeds, black peppercorn, star anise, cardamom, allspice, and a little bit of clove. We're also going to need some zest from oranges, mandarin, and lemons. Then finally, some water and some sugar. Now, to get started, let's weigh out the ingredients we need to make our spiced syrup. That's our first step. So to do that, let's measure out 1 gram of coriander seeds, 5 grams of black tea, 1 gram of pink peppercorn. We're going to need 2.5 grams of cinnamon. Then we need about 1 gram of fennel, 1 gram of black peppercorn. We're going to need 2.5 grams of star anise, then 1.5 grams of cardamom, 1 gram of allspice, and 0.5 gram of clove. Now that we have all our spices measured out, what we need to do is get our pan that I've warmed up a little bit, and we're going to put all our spices in here, and we're going to leave this on a low heat just to toast the spices nice and gently. Now, as our spices are toasting, the next step is that we're going to start making the base of our syrup using our sugar. In this case, I've used brown sugar, but you can use any type of sugar, including just regular white sugar if you want. So we've got a ratio here of 2:1, so 100 grams of water to 50 grams of sugar. We're going to place all of this in our pot. So now we're going to take this, put it over a heat, and just get all the sugar to melt, and that forms the base of our syrup. So our spices are toasting and our syrup is coming together nicely. The next step is we need to get some zest off of each of these lovely citrus fruits. So we need about 5 grams that we can weigh out here. About 5 grams of zest. You can peel this however you want. I happen to have quite a fancy peeler here. You get those lovely fresh citrusy notes coming through. Now that our syrup is ready, we're going to pour it in here like so. And our spices are nicely toasted, so we're going to put them in here like so. And then finally in with our zest. So we're going to mix all these together and leave it to cool down. Once it's cool, it's ready to use. And so finally, to assemble our cocktail, we're going to need some ice. I happen to have a very cool spherical ice cube here, which I'm going to pop in like so. Then we're going to add 50 ml of our bourbon. I've chosen Woodford Reserve. I really like the spice notes and how it kind of pairs with all the other spices and flavors in this cocktail. Then we need 50 ml of our cranberry juice. And then finally, we need 25 ml of our spice syrup, like so. Then we want to give it a little mix around. And perhaps, just for those kind of added fresh aromatics, if we take a little bit of mandarin zest, like so, we want to rub it around the rim of our glass, and then finally pop it in. And so there you go, ladies and gentlemen, your HYPERFOODS spiced cranberry and bourbon cocktail. Cheers. So I hope you're enjoying your cocktail. Now, if you want more information about HYPERFOODS, do visit www.kitchen-theory.com, where you can search HYPERFOODS and you'll find more information about the research, the papers that have been published, as well as the PDF, which is downloadable, that has 10 of our main HYPERFOODS recipes. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your cocktail and have a great evening.